Good morning.
Now you say you need me, standing at the door, asking if you can come in, and I can't say no, no, I can't say no. You and I
Good morning.
just can't say goodbye.
We're firing up the La Máquina.
Every time we do.
The All Free Music Pre-Show. Full effect. Did I say pre-show? Coming up live at 10. Premiere Summer. Morning Coffee. What's happening, T? What's happening, Audrey? Warner Williams. It's going to be that kind of a day. Welcome to the All Free Music Pre-Show. First show of the summer season. Vic and I have been hard at work winding up the new system, and I think we're ready to go. We always go live with the pre-show just to make sure we can get Vietnam live and on the monitors. Join us, the All Free Music Pre-Show.
We've been to hell, been burned by the flames of a pain so deep that even the strongest God in the heavens would kneel and weep. But here I lie, pressed against your skin, right where I wanna be. You're the sweetest sin. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Vic and I are double checking everything. Hope you enjoy the music. Meredith Beal is here. Glad Mama's home. You guys, All Free Music Pre-Show, making sure we're fired up here in the studio. Yeah, beginning of the season, you know, it's funny, we had a bunch of upgrades, and so we had to take it for a run. Still working on some things. Echo, turn on studio bar lights.
Okay.
All right, see, we're getting it there. Alexa's helping us. Hey, we got a bunch of stuff that's going to be going down. We shortened up what morning coffee is, and we changed a few things, but we're going to still hit the main areas, which are COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, the Trump, whatever you want to call it, presidency, and we're also going to do marijuana for dummies. So it's that kind of a day. Hope you're enjoying it. We are too. Come on, let's listen to some more music.
The electrifying formula.
And welcome. Get your coffee, get your egg rolls, your bran muffin, your yogurt, your fried eggs with brains, whatever you have this morning. Share with me. Good morning.
Feeling your soul. From love arises a booming energy, sending the world a message.
Showtime at 10 o'clock.
There is more to show. As the love grows and kicks into full
What's happening,
throttle,
Amina?
the fused unit produces a message
Margarita.
that becomes a more powerful whole, even more powerful than the love in full.
We go here, we go there, we go where we think we'll find it. Again we search until we see
glare on the camera.
Are you glad
I'm gonna be burning up anyway. It's happening.
you might want to see if you can crack it or whatever. Yeah, but you know, you can't, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it because I can give it a little trim, but it just.
You know what you can put it, next time we can put the screen.
Yeah.
You know the screen, and then you can open the door and then put the screen.
Yeah.
Hot out here. Welcome, good morning. All free music pre-show.
But tell me where can we go with our broken hearts? Oh, tell me where can we go with our broken hearts? But tell me where can we go with our broken hearts? Oh, tell me where can we go with our broken hearts? Oh, tell me where
That's right.
can we go with our broken hearts? Oh, tell me where can we go with our broken hearts?
That's right. Good morning and welcome. You are now part of the experience of the All Free Music Pre-Show. This is the pre-show before Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee live at 10 a.m. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Now, when I say all free music, the music that we feature here is made available to you legally for free. You can go and get it. I actually made a page at paxstereo.tv. If you go to paxstereo.tv/CC Mixtape, you will find a place where you can download most of these tracks. Go and get you some. Spread the word. With the Creative Commons movement, artists make their music available to you for free while retaining their commercial rights. I'm part of this. Might as well give a bunch of it away and get some real fans. So artists should really think about it. It's been going on for quite some time. So you guys, at 10 o'clock, Morning Coffee, we got three main areas of discussion today. COVID-19, okay, Black Lives Matter, and also COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, and Trump, of course. So be there, be part of it, all right? But till then, looks like about 18 more minutes of all free music. I'm gonna be checking this, make sure we can pull in Vietnam. We got Kenya in the house. Amina Jelani, Meredith Beal, Margarita, David. Good morning, y'all. Come on.
And your feet up, shoes off, kicking on back. Late night staying up, writing these raps. Engulfed in the summertime, soaking up the sun. Now I'm jet black, yeah, I think I got enough. Halter tops, flip flops, like you so soft. Small braids, Kool-Aid, melon in the shade. Cute boys, first job, Steve is being stopped. Telephone and that computer got my lap. Barbecues, pool parties, overnight stays. Little drinking, little kissing, playing these games. Boys trying to back him, then the next day bragging, but you didn't want to kiss him cause he had that dragon. Laughing till you pee, hoping homies don't see. Cut a little grass for some gas money. Chilling at the malls, getting sticky with the paws. You did it for the rush like a rebel with no cause. Rebel with no cause, rebel with no cause. You want attention, so you looking for applause. See, we were kids, the laws didn't have a clause. It was the summertime to us, it had no flaws. Rebel with no cause, rebel with no cause. You want attention, so you looking for applause.
Like a
See,
diva
we were
with no
kids, the laws
draws.
didn't have a clause.
Oh.
It was the summertime to had no flaws.
Come on. All right, it looks like all systems are go, Vic. I don't see any problems. How about you?
You shouldn't talk too soon. Okay, you shouldn't talk too soon, bro.
don't jinx it up.
Yeah, bro.
Don't jinx
I don't know, man.
What's happening, Rico?
Sit at the hoop court 3 straight hours, white mini skirt with the airbrush flowers. We went to cheer the lads and they appreciated that. And you would almost die when he let you wear his cap. You might have told a lie and abbreviated facts if you came home late and were accused of being baked. Me, I didn't smoke, no, mama, I swear. She's only gonna judge me and you know it ain't fair. Trips to the beauty shop, keeping fresh hair. Blowing $80 at the damn state fair. Beach body surfing with the abs looking perfect. Hitting all the clubs, getting love on the circuit. From ice cream cones to the Starbucks stones to your new best friend to your breakup song. They all play out like your favorite days. We love the summertime and it ain't gonna change. Rebel with no cause, rebel with no cause. You want attention, so you looking
Get up,
for
get your
applause.
stretch on, y'all. I'm live in 15.
It was the summertime to us, it had no flaws. Rebel with no cause, rebel with no cause. You want attention, so you looking for applause. See,
This is my head time.
didn't have applause. It was
Well,
the summertime to had no
That's
flaws.
well. Talk about it later. Hey, we want to thank you for being here once again. This is the All Free Music Pre-Show. Morning Coffee with Mario is coming up live at 10 a.m. Right now it's the All Free Music Pre-Show because you can go and get these tracks. You know, I get these tracks live at, creativecommons.com or go to dig.ccmixter.org. Learn about this movement, you guys. If it ain't enough, let me play you something that's going to make you want to go get something. You're going to want to go get this. Frank H. Carter joining Love Shadow. Back to me. Want to say hi to all my Facebook friends. I see you piling in. Come on, get some good music. Morning Coffee live at 10. We're going to get serious for a moment then. Till then, enjoy the music.
I have the world inside my hands, so full of our hopes and dreams and plans. You came and gave to me your everything. But just as God you came, it seems you're gone. Now could it be something I did wrong? Oh baby, please, I need you next to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back. Come back. Oh, so baby, come back to me. I once believed that I was strong, a man afraid of nothing. I had the world inside my hands, that's what I told myself. But now I see that I was
Nicola,
wrong. The truth
gotta
is
call
I
you,
have
baby.
nothing if I don't have you. So baby, come back to me.
That's right.
Come back to me. Come back.
Yes, come on back.
So baby, come back to me. Come back to me. Come back.
Uh-oh, Mac McAllister in the house. Lord.
Now
Got
too
Nicola,
many
my
nights have
stylist.
passed me by, and too many mornings
And my friend.
fill my eyes, still wet with the tears that I cry for you. Come back, baby, yeah, yeah. To me, come back to me, come back to me, oh. Come back to me, come back to me, come back, oh. So baby, come back to me, come back, baby, come back, yeah. So baby, come back to me, come back to me, oh. We were supposed to touch the sun.
Now let me tell you a little bit about that track, Back to Me. Love Shadow is in London. He's part of the big movement. And Frank H. Carter, oh Lord, Vic, we gotta. See, we ain't been out here in a while. Frank H. Carter, you guys, it's like a Missouri somewhere. Somewhere, I think, whatever. You can Google it. Anyway, but this collaboration was done across the seas. And more you find this happening. I'm actually working with some of the software right now that's going to allow, artists, it's there. It really has to do with how far. You can jam together if you're in the same city. You could jam together pretty well in the same state. For some reason, we could jam with Las Vegas super good, okay, live, real time. But if you try to go across the country, forget it. If you try to go outside the state, just too much delay, and it makes it a problem. But you're going to see us working on this. I'm trying to have a nice jam session like this with some of my artists here in LA, some of my friends, so I'm working on that. I actually sent out an invitation, but they don't take that mail, so I gotta call them, I know. But we're gonna try to do a live jam session using that same kind of software. We got to lead, you guys. We've got to lead in giving artists ideas and ways to do things today. There's ways to do things that are wonderful. There are ways to do this that experimental. You have to try doing things. Maybe you want to do, everybody has a phone, so they have a camera. So the possibilities are endless. That's part of what our job is here at Pax Stereo. Our job is to remind you of your potential and the potential of citizen journalists everywhere. Okay? You feeling me on that? All right. Now I'm gonna play. Oh, okay. See, we might go a little past. See, if I played 2 tracks, we'll be 3 minutes. Okay, this track, I love it. It's by Love Shadow. It's a track I play when I think about Trump. Title is It All Too Much? Yes, let's do this. Right, is it all too much? What's happening, LaToya? Come on! Get your groove on. What you sipping on this morning? What you smoking on?
Tell me, do you feel me out there, moving in deep space? I've seen the flip side of your moon. I formed the craters on your
5 minutes of showtime.
Tell me, are the stars as bright as when I hold them in your hands? And are we very, very small up there? I am still young to understand. Is it all too much when you just want to quit? I saw it in your eyes. Is it all too much? Do you get tired of it? Is it all too much? Is it all too much when you just want to quit? Is it all too much? Do you get tired of it?
Is it all too much?
Is it all
Smoke some weed.
too much?
Yeah. That's all. That's how I spell relief. W-E-E-D. Come on.
Tell me, do you feel me out
Wonderful
there,
sativa in the morning.
moving in deep space?
Keep it light.
I've seen the flip side of your moon. I formed the craters on your face. Tell me, are the stars as bright as when I hold them in your hands? And are we very, very small up there? I am still young to understand. Is it all too much? You just want to quit.
That's not corona.
Sign in your eyes. Is it
Hey, Carla.
too much? Do you get tired of it? Is it all too much? Is it all too much when you just want to quit? I saw it in your eyes. Is it all too much? Do you get tired of it? Do you get tired of it? Is it all too much?
Sight, sound, and body heat. Pax Stereo TV. Love Shadow. Is it all too much? All right, coming up in just about a minute and a half, we're heading in to Morning Coffee. This has been the All Free Music Pre-Show. Coming up next, Morning Coffee. COVID-19. Black Lives Matter. Trump idiocy.
When you walked away,
We're gonna talk about it.
saddest day that the world has known. Shattered my heart and left me with pieces of a broken home. Now you say you need me, standing at the door, asking if you can come in, and I can't say no, no, I can't say no. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be. dancing. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Thank you once again for tuning into the All Free Music Pre-Show. Thank you for being a part of the party. Coming up next, Morning Coffee.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Let's get down on the good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
Come on! It's time. Just do it. Come on, get up and get that stretch on. Dance like nobody's watching. Come on!
Yeah, be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Yeah. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe with it, vibe with it, vibe with it. Be cool, just move with the groove. Let's go. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe with it, vibe with it. Unleash the verbal blessing, go to sick with verbal lessons. Supposed to learn a lesson. No 9mm, no heaters, I spit the lesson. You'll find this rhyme stay pure with no questions. Timeless vibe one time without weapons. And groove with the music in the school session. This timeless vibe one time without weapons. And the beat to me like zap through a tree. It's in me. The rap happens to set me free. Instantly when the mic touch this MC. Without the mic this MC feel empty. I'm telling y'all, it's the lyrical recipe, lyrical ecstasy. Hearing no less from me, I accept and expect no less than the best and inject intellect without disrespect. Come on, be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe, yeah, vibe, yeah. Be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe with it, It's like an epidemic, rock star gimmick. Get it, then realize that you in it and you're finished. Don't dream diminished. See, I play the season, y'all have a scrimmage. I spit with reason, y'all hit the image. But I believe the dream has no limits. I believe that's the whole reason we live it. But they don't get it, they like it's not right, is it? No visit, hip hop here to stay, no shizit. We gonna get it, new improved music, move and groove with it. Choose who you get with. I smack rap back like it's too hard. My flow hard like Dick get the skimpy clothes on individuals when anything goes. I play a pick 'em like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Got soul, got so much funk up in the rap. I should pack a fat bowl. Y'all should kick back, relax, and just roll with me, vibe with me, roll with me, vibe with me, roll with me. Come on and vibe with me. Hip hop ain't dead, just keep it alive. Be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe.
Come on!
Vibe with it.
Be cool! Now I need some Wheaties. All right. I know. Just for getting through that, I get applause. Welcome, everyone, to Morning Coffee with Mario, the summer season premiere of the morning talk show that gets your head right for the day and sort of fucks you up for the night. But whatever. Here we are. I want you to say, good morning, Alexa. Alexa, Alexa's not.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
having trouble understanding right now.
Okay.
Please try a little later.
Sounds like one of my exes. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm here with Victor Allen. Give it up for my partner in crime.
Hey, man, what's up, dude?
Yeah,
I didn't know
dude.
you was going to do the long, man.
What?
I asked you, just said, so you going to do the long intro? And I said, oh.
The regular intro.
Nah, man.
I've been stretching.
You know what? I was sitting up here going, you lucky. You lucky. You lucky. Because I was about to go, okay, short version.
No, I'm trying to exercise because I might have sex and I got to get it up to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like,
What's
you
up?
know, it's be my new sex tape coming out, Mario sex tape.
Oh, man.
Best
okay.
2 minutes ever.
All right, no. None of the past stuff, dude. We're in a new world now because we're in empowerment.
I
You have
worked hard
evolved.
on that sex tape.
What's up, Linda Williams? I'm going to say hi to you. I'm going to say hi to Alicia Taylor Womack. I'm going to say hi to my people because first acknowledgement is of the people who are important to you, and you can't get into leading this return season off of sex. You can't do that, man.
I'm going on reputation.
You can't do
Well,
that.
hi to Tony Boyd, jamming brother. You got to watch him on Facebook. He's launching and doing his thing from his home studio. Tracy Minor Smith Carter, my good friend with the longest name in the world, who's working on being a broadcaster herself.
There you
Barry
go.
Dobbs is there. Sandra Vaughn. Hey, Sandra. These are some of the folks I worked with. Vic, let me tell you, Beth Noska, one of the true professionals that
Yeah.
I worked with at Kaiser. I got Irvin Foster is in there. Oh, man, my writing partner, my brother from another mother, Irvin, was happening. And, of course, PMC, Phil Cusper, too. A bunch of y'all, I'm trying to scroll. Carlo, Latoya, Matt, Nicola, forgot, yes, Yuda, Rico, David, Amina, Margarita, Meredith. Oh, God bless, Mama's at the hospital. And Warren Williams, Thornton Dickerson. Give me, where is that? Yeah, all my stuff is. I think all my stuff is the wrong buttons.
You don't have to worry about it, man. Remember, this is a new thing, man.
Man, all my.
Bells and whistles are not important.
Okay, so well, everybody, we're back. Let me tell you what. First of all, this is Morning Coffee with Mario. The show, you know, we've been on hiatus, better than low hiatus. We've been on hiatus because we had to rethink what we were doing. In the face of everything happening, I felt like we needed to rethink. Now, see, some of you guys don't know that Pax Stereo is such an emotional mental exercise for me. See, but I went to Howard University, historically black college, and I came up in the 60s, and because of that, because I came up when a time we first started calling each other brother and sister, I feel compelled to do the things that I'm doing. I'm a retired Kaiser physician, 30 years. I was a pediatric hospitalist. I was a hospitalist before the term was invented. I ran the pediatric intensive care unit at LA County USC as faculty after finishing my residency there, and then spent 30 years for Kaiser. So now I'm out here with my partner in crime, the wonderfully gifted Victor Allen, and we bring you this show right here from our studio in my house, and Victor is over there working I added one in the off season. He's now, Vic, you're working now 4 video switchers, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. But I, there are more important things to do, like talking to a family. They don't care about the equipment unless you send
You
them.
better care about the equipment.
They don't care about the equipment. You guys care about the equipment? Look, nobody.
Well, I felt, you know, one of the things, Vic, that kept coming up though is people were regularly asking me, you know, like why we do what we do, Vic, and you have a different kind of an explanation for that than I do.
It's simple. Voice. You have to have a voice. And I don't even want to get into a whole thing about this, but sometimes a voice comes in different variables. Some empowerment, fun, reality, health, education. The more we have voices, man, the more people can feel empowered. You don't have to agree with everything we're doing, but I can tell you this much. Progress will continue. And part of this whole lesson we're on is about progress, the integration of lifestyles. And you don't have to geographically be my next door neighbor. You can be consciously my next door neighbor across the United States. So building this referendum of communication and collaboration between all forms of partnerships is about the real deal. And if you guys haven't figured that out yet, hiding behind, don't want to be seen, don't want to be heard during this time, you'll look back on this and wish you had.
So we're going to be doing our best. And part of the thing that Victor and I discuss all the time is that do we want to inform, educate, or entertain? And Meredith will tell you that we discussed this over and over. So I'm walking a fine line between that, a combination of informing, entertaining. I'm open to your input. Know that that's what I struggle with. You know, see, part of the programming things that you would do too, you would have to struggle with. Were you going to tell a joke and then lead into COVID-19, or what you going to do? You really got to decide. So it forces us to think so too. So anyway, so things are coming up, and we are glad to be here and glad. So today we are going to be talking about the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right.
We're going to be talking about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
The Trump presidency. Also, we're going to have some marijuana for dummies. But first of all, let's have a moment of exultation that the Washington, no longer called Redskins,
Right.
that shit is over. Give it up.
Oh, yeah.
Give it up. You know, see, and let me be true. Well, my effects are not great, so let's deal. Hey, we all went through phases where we were not sensitive to this. I did. I'm sure a bunch of us did. We go through these phases where we're not sensitive to the struggles of other groups. Black folks being sensitive to the issues of Native Americans, white folks being sensitive to the issues of black folks, all of us being sensitive to the issues of gay and transgender people and women. These are times we start to wake up. And I remember when I went to Uni High, we were the Uni High Warriors. They dropped that too. We had the Indian. And let me tell you something. You don't think of it that much till, how about this? What if we had a team called the Nashville Negroes? How about the Jacksonville Jews? And imagine the icons you would put on the side of that. The Minnesota Mexicans. Once you start thinking about that, you say, wow, now I get it. Now I get why it's a caricature and why it's insulting. But until you do that, it doesn't seem that way to you. You know, the Arizona Africans. Imagine the logos for these things. So we can celebrate that, and that makes it part of a wonderful day today. Here, abbreviated claps. All right. Now, but frustrating everything today is the COVID news, which we're going to go into a little more detail later, which is that now we hit a new record in Florida, 15.3 thousand or 15,300 so new cases. Florida, if it was its own state country, would be the fourth largest in the world. We're going to be talking about that today. Okay, so, but we got to have lighter moments. We got to have lighter moments, Vic, and what part of this lighter? Okay, first of all, I got to tell you guys, I'm not sure about this part now, so you guys got to give me some input if you think I'm crazy. Now, you all know I have no wife and no children. Yes, I'm sure if I had some that I didn't know about, they would have come and asked for some money by now.
Okay, so. You know, you already did you already made you've already done a negative setup already. I'm just letting you know. You told me to remind you.
Okay. I want to remind. I realized that my life is a reality show, you guys. My life is. So my life is a reality show, and Morning Coffee is just a segment of my reality show. That was the take home I was telling Vic. I said, Vic, I've come to a revelation. I may get a little weird, but my life is a reality show. And so Morning Coffee is just a piece of that reality show. And I was just going to ride this bitch. Right.
Oh, that's good, though. No. That part, I absolutely do. I'm saying, I think that's cool. I just think you got to be careful how you set it up. You already got, if I was going like, oh, man, get ready. Is he going to talk about my sister? I don't know, man. He's going to talk about my
love
cousin?
women.
Okay, so just be prepared.
My problem.
See, you celebrate. You celebrate.
I can't stay out of trouble.
But, in all trueness, I'm gonna let you continue because this is the new referendum you're on. So I'm gonna let you go.
What do you mean? The new referendum. See, the new referendum. Vic says it's the new referendum. Okay, see, we got some serious news to talk about in a minute. So you better lighten up now.
Yeah,
that's right. So anyway, I had my life as a reality show, y'all. So my ex, and let me tell you, because she's my ex. When I say ex, my ex-girlfriend, not my ex-wife. We broke up since last August, really. But we're friends, because I always friends. I'm not going to stop loving you just because you drive me crazy and I have to get bail.
Wow, did you just spilled juice on that one? Bro.
Hey, that's what happens, shit. You know, drive me crazy. Hey, I'm 64 and single for a reason. Shit. I'm proud of it. Anyway, so my ex, who is my friend, came by unannounced. Actually, as it turned out, I found out that she was calling me from my driveway. She came over to my house, why do you got park in my driveway? Park in my driveway.
Oh, now it's my driveway parking.
What ain't her driveway?
Wait a minute. So you're putting a point. You know
I'm just saying it ain't
I'm gonna
her
let you know how slick
driveway.
he is. Oh, okay, I'm gonna help people.
Okay,
out.
whatever.
He's being
She
slick.
came over. The woman parked in the driveway of the house. How's that? And they called me and came in for a belated. My birthday was July 2nd. What's yesterday's date?
Hey.
So she came in, and this is how she acted. This is for real shit. And I told her I was gonna film, and she said she didn't care. See, part of the reason she don't care is because she's an ex now. She see them other women around, and she wants them to know.
Other women.
You know.
Oh, wait a minute.
She sees women on the shows, and she presumes stuff.
You just skipped over something, bro.
She presumes stuff.
Other women.
She sees me on these shows, and she presumes, like many of the folks who watch these shows, that there may be some sexual or other kind of entanglement, even though, me and Mr. Mushroom are on lockdown.
Let me ask you this. Is that a good reputation to have, suspicion? Or would you rather be known as the guy that says, I just speak tech language, feel my flow? Which one do you want?
See, why you got to make it like that? See, Vic likes to make it all like one side is just like, see, I can't be like an intelligent, sensitive black man. See, I can't play that. Y'all don't want to see that. Talk about my spirituality, all that.
But you know what?
Yeah, what you want to see is who you think I'm sleeping with.
And I'm on your team because I think you should embrace it.
Whoring myself with some hits. That's what I'm doing. I'm whoring myself with some hits.
All right, bro.
Hits. Give me some hits.
All right.
So anyway, I want you to know that I asked my ex's permission, as I would do as a conscious black man, could I put these videos up there? She did not care. And I think normally she would care. She's
Okay, see.
She said some extra on these. And she didn't care, and I think it's because she's trying to mark her territory. She's an ex. I love her. She's a wonderful person, but she's an ex for a reason.
Do you... Can I ask you something?
My life is a reality show.
Because we're keeping it real here.
That's what you call it.
Do you mark your territories?
I used to mark it in a different way.
Wait a minute.
You might walk a little. Let me tell you, how I used to mark it? Well, I used to say it hurts a little bit in the beginning, but you get used to it.
See, I'm not even going on. I'm keeping the camera on you there.
That's how I used to mark it.
You're going down the rabbit hole right now, man. You're going down the rabbit hole. See.
It's the other side of Mario, okay?
See.
So my life is a reality show, you guys. I want you to understand. So if I'm acting crazy, it's because I'm on lockdown. My life is a reality show. So this is what my ex came by yesterday. Here you go. So my ex that's by the visit.
You know what?
Where you at, Keena?
It's not showing, displaying. Go. Give me about 30 seconds. Let me see if I can troubleshoot.
You just gotta just unplug it and plug it.
Yeah. Just go on. Keep it. You can fill in some more details.
Well, she came by my house with her friend Lynn. Now, Lynn, the first time we went on a date, because we met on Match, and so she first time we went on a date, she came over, drove over there, and I had Uber anyway. So she had Lynn on the phone talking to her when she rang the doorbell, because it was a Match date. Are you ready?
Good. Yeah, we're good, man.
All right, here we go. So my ex that's by the visit. Where you at, Keena? First thing she does is change. Where you at?
Work it, kid.
First
Gone.
thing she does is change my music. Man, she changed my music.
Oh, go ahead, kid. Now, you know what? Get the camera off of you, man.
See what I got to deal with?
You cutting out some frames, man.
Thank you for my birthday gift.
I'm just, dude.
And that wasn't it. That wasn't it. What's the next one? Oh, this next one.
Yeah, Mario. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, Mario. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, Mario.
You gotta watch that ass.
Oh,
Bro,
you like this, Luke?
I am.
Okay, let me say this.
I am an ass man.
Let me just say this. I'm just gonna ask
Lord.
you real quick. I'm gonna ask you real quick. Did you pop that on TikTok?
Yes, it can't, but I jacked up. I gotta get more editing on my TikTok. My TikTok, see, I don't even talk about my TikTok.
Wait a minute, that one
My
doesn't
TikTok is weak.
That doesn't need too much editing. Not that Luke.
Well, that ain't all. See, remember, here's the thing. See, my ex, we've been broke up since August, and I'm trying to be supportive, because, I've realized it's hard when you we break up, and you realize you fucked up. Then, you want to, so I realize I'm trying to be supportive, but, she has a bunch of shit over here. And Vic, I went up there and counted them. She has 40 boxes of shoes in my spare room. And so I was like, Keena, you go get your shoes. It's like, first of all, that just tells me I bought you too many goddamn shoes.
Okay.
Because I bought them shoes.
Okay. Look.
Oh, I shouldn't have told that. No, girls, I didn't buy it.
No,
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy none of that.
Good.
Girl, she charged them shoes.
No, wait a minute.
I didn't buy her any shoes.
Excuse me.
I didn't buy. They gonna want shoes.
Right.
Everybody gonna want 40 pairs of shoes. I'm not buying nothing else for no more women.
Wait a minute.
Ever.
Wait a minute.
Ever.
So were you incorrect in the information you just presented to us?
I did buy her 40 pairs. I'm not buying y'all nothing else.
Who are you hollering at, man?
Because I know I can feel them coming. Mario.
Okay.
Mario. And I let my ex into the Amazon account, so she started telling me that I was buying shit.
What kind of show is this today?
I'm just saying, because I still got 7 minutes.
What kind of
Anyway, it's morning coffee. This is the funny part, because after this is...
No, this ain't funny.
This is funny.
You're slamming somebody.
I'm not slamming her.
Yes,
I love
you
her.
are.
I love her. She took good care of me. I want you to know, when you love them, that don't mean you ain't crazy. I love her. Y'all know you love people who crazy. That's why you ain't with them, too. You know you love some crazy people. We all love some crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know my ex does reflect my craziness. I care for her, but don't tell anybody I bought her them shoes.
I think next week.
Oh, God.
Next week, the next level should be your strange attractions. Because you can't get to B before you not get to A.
What do you mean by strange attractions? I thought we was going to keep that shit secret.
Strange attractions, man.
I thought we were going to keep the strange attractions in the closet.
No. You said reality.
The strange.
No, don't be. Nah, you said this your reality.
If any of my exes want to show up on the show and get in the chat room and talk about the wonderful, kind ways that I treated them, it would be all right.
All right, man. All right.
But first of all, let's show Keena not getting her shoes. Come get your shit.
Hey, easy now. Easy now. It's really nice.
This shows you what am I doing wrong. My exes still love me and leave their shit. What am I doing wrong?
Then where my Uggs? You know what? I deserve to be loved, and this is a sign of love. This is my love language. Receiving gifts is my love language.
I bought you too much shit.
And Mario gets head.
Don't say that. This is video. Don't be talking. You know you don't want to be. Don't you be talking like that. Trying to be. Now I gotta cut shit out. Now see, don't be see. She thinks she's funny. I'm gonna cut. Okay. This is what happens. Okay.
You're being too nice to her.
Okay, where it is? Where? I want to switch. I can't switch the angle. This is my ex's, and her shit is still in my guest room.
She shouldn't be your ex then.
Well, I still love.
Love for life. We're a life partnership.
No.
It's a life partnership.
No, it's not. It's not a life partnership. This is fair. This is fair weather. I am your fair weather friend. That is it. I'm your fair. Glenn, tell her I'm her fair weather friend.
It's an entanglement.
That's what you call it. It's an entanglement. That's all right.
I think she still wants to be entangled. You're just buying her all these things. And she, what happened?
That's the mistake I made. See, I'm a generous person. I made a mistake. She got shit in the box. Now y'all know I ain't never buying no more women nothing. Ever.
Oh, that's not nice.
Never.
Oh, that's not nice.
Not even dinner.
I was nice. I was very
I'm glad I'm on lockdown. Save me money.
nice.
And you left all your shit.
Nursed him.
Half that shit is new in the box. Half that shit is new. Do you notice that shit is new?
I nursed him through the night when he was recovering from surgeries.
That's true.
Drove him from Palm Springs to
You did.
West LA.
You did.
There
Yeah.
and back.
Yes, you
Thank
did.
Jesus, I have my Uggs.
Oh,
Thank
Lord.
Jesus.
You got 5 pairs of Uggs.
Okay, I can't even put this. Okay, this is obviously edited.
Why she like these
material.
ugly slippers?
Yeah, I can't put.
Max, we gonna be on Judge Judy. See, my life is a reality show, so I don't care about showing it. People say, "Why do you show it?" I got no wife, no children. I might go outside and walk naked down the street. You don't think I could do anything? I could do anything, Vic.
I'm not sure of the message we are literally trying to get out of this video. I would like to get more in depth about it in a real way. Is it something that you really miss? Is it the good times, reflection, or is it just something where you want to just?
Why can't I get a normal girlfriend?
See what
Why
I'm
can't I
saying?
just get a normal girlfriend?
It looks.
See, I really would like a
That's a good
nice
time.
life partner. Why can't I just find, because it's my karmic journey to struggle with women. All they want is my man juice. That's it. That's all they want me for, my man juice. And now that I joined the Gallon Club at the Sperm Bank, I'm pretty much done with that too.
So I'm not saying anything because I see what you do. You go, I'm not giving you the reality. I'm gonna give you my give my humor. See, when we get into the deep.
What's the deep?
The deep.
See, now you keep making me have a flashback. That was some unsafe shit back then. That deep.
The deep.
The deep.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that no more.
All right.
I don't get out.
Like I said, welcome everybody.
Welcome.
We're
gonna be coming back with the news. We're coming back with the news. We about to get serious now.
Yeah. Now.
Try to give y'all a break. See, that was it. That was the break.
That was it.
Now about to get some serious shit. Okay.
Hody-do.
Hody-do.
Feet up, shoes off, kicking on back. Late night, staying up, writing these raps. Engulfed in the summertime, soaking up the sun. Now I'm jet black, yeah, I think I got enough. Halter tops, flip flops, like pink so soft, small braids, Kool-Aid, melon in the shade. Cute boys, first jobs, these
Hey, Miko, what's up? What's up, Miko? That profile pic. Oh, you landed on that one. Landed on that one.
Boys trying to back him, then the next day bragging, but you didn't want to kiss him because he had back dragging.
What's up, Iron? Earthy, what's up? Hey, you guys heard this music over and over again 1,000 times, so hey, if you don't want me to talk, just say, Victor, stop talking.
No cause, with no cause. You want attention, so you looking
Man.
for applause. See who refused the laws, didn't have a cause. It was the summertime.
Short show, you guys. Not 2 hours. I don't know if we're going to keep it at an hour, maybe an hour, 15, 20, depends.
It was the summertime till had no flaws.
Do not let him have Trump dominate this subject or any other subject on this show today. No Trump domination. Pandemic awareness, yes, definitely.
And yo, posted at the hoop court 3 straight hours, right in his skirt with the airbrush flowers. We went to
Hey,
shit a lot,
Karina, how
they
you doing?
appreciated that.
During these
And we
breaks,
almost died
I'm going to
when
be
he
talking
let
to
you
you
rip his
guys,
cap.
and
You
also
lied, told a lie,
what we're going to do is be paying attention a lot more to the chat, which we do anyway. So, if you all of a sudden say, look, what about this, or talk about this. Not a guarantee, but it's a good way to segue some stuff. Like today is just really our launching point to see how the format goes. So if it gets beyond an hour, that means it's a good show. Now let me get back to Miko. Miko, you know what? That haircut, you landed. You landed on that one. The challenge is how long. You landed on that one. I made a promise that I was going to speak to it because I don't know. I want to see how long it takes before you come back with that long mane. Or do you keep it short? We'll see. Welcome to the hood, right?
See, that's why I want to have. Next time we'll get it so you're hooked up. See,
I know.
we can play it from your tablet.
Right.
Sight, Sound, and Body Heat. Mario Hemsley here. So my computer just crashed. The broadcast presentation. So while we're getting that up.
Oh, nice smooth transition, man. I missed that song.
That's not our song.
But that's a smooth one, man.
To get us flagged.
I know, man.
So Vic,
Yeah.
While the computer is coming up,
Yeah.
one of the things that's been happening is a number of our folks are taking up causes.
Yeah.
Phoenix, Rockwell, Davidson, her big thing is Miss Opal, the 93-year-old who's working to get Juneteenth as a national holiday. And Miko, who's always doing something
Right.
For someone, she's been on her own little movement. Tell us a little bit about that while I get this computer.
Yeah, and I'm not going to try to hit all the details because I'm a receiver of information just like everybody else. But in short, she on her own took on looking at, of course, things at this time, people in need and causes, and of course came across the situation with a young child named Kayla. And they have this procedure about what you can donate, what you can contribute. And one of the options is hair. And Miko chose to go on and say, will I cut? I've been planning to do this, but this is for a greater cause. She did not hesitate. She went down, did her thing. She'll do a better job of giving you guys what they call all the details, as she has already done on the video. So if you guys want to look at what they call the storyline of what she did, she says it way better than I can. But in the end, the impact of what she's done is always because, we're talking about children with cancer. So that by itself means, look, whatever you got to do just to bring them happiness, that's what you do. Now, the other byproduct of this is that she all of a sudden has this awareness, and I was telling her stuff that I said was just my point of view. It's not to say it's good or bad, better or worse. I just said that there's a community of thought in some people that when a woman cuts her hair low and gets it short, like that, her conviction is that she says, hey, I don't let my hair style define me. I can take it low, I can take it cut, I can do whatever. And I was telling her, a lot of men really look at that as an asset value, meaning that, hey, you could go wherever with it. You're not dependent. Now, that doesn't mean that the other hairstyles that deal with hair is like, oh, wow, you're dependent on it. But I told her it's a compliment. Just like as somebody probably said about your hair, Mario, said, it's not that it's not good the way you had it. It's just that it's a compliment to you because you just let it go. And I want to always kind of reinforce that what she did probably stimulated a lot of people in many different ways, beyond just say the situation with Kayla, but the idea that she can go in a different direction. And it makes her face stand out. I mean, you really get to see, the sculpted face, her cheekbones, everything, and, she's going to be qualified. We have a nickname we always give people, whatever. She is now a little boo. she'll understand what that means. She's a little boo. So, because
Take a look, everybody.
she looks young. She looks much younger as being younger. Her profile photo, if you haven't seen the update, Mario, you have to go see it on her Facebook profile. Unbelievable.
Take a look at what she's doing.
Yeah,
While we get the computer back up. It's almost back up.
yeah.
Had to reboot. So cut off all her hair
For worthy cause.
for a worthy cause. Give it up, everybody, for
Yeah.
Mika Williams. Give it up.
Yeah, all day, all day. Love it. If I had hair, I would cut it off. I would.
Well, we had to reboot the system. But let me tell you, we got the upcoming part. We're dealing with part 2, which is really the news. COVID-19. Okay, Black Lives Matter. And finally, the Trump presidency. As we wind into.
Do we have to talk about the presidency? I mean, are you going to illuminate us, or are you just going to sit back and go like, I know secrets?
Don't I always illuminate, Vic?
You're all right, bro.
It's the shining light
What?
into the. Okay, my computer's almost up.
Well, don't worry about that, man, because nobody really cares about your computer. They really want to see your iterations.
Well, I need my damn.
No, you don't.
I need my lead in.
You can talk about Trump. You know you don't. You really don't,
You don't need my
it.
lead in?
No, man. This is that part where you're gonna do post, right? All right. There you go.
You're
There
right.
you- See,
You're
this is
right.
what
All right. Here, let's go. Okay, well.
you don't even need help with notes
All
on
right,
Trump.
let's go with straight. All right, good news, bad news, other shit. Some shit ain't working, but we're gonna move straight ahead. Let's talk about the news. First things first, COVID pandemic. The big thing about this is that your healthcare workers are burning out. You know, it's one of those things where you can't say, I told you so, but man, I told you so. Lord. So it's getting bad. Today, a new record. Florida had 15,300 new cases. That is a record. If Florida was its own country, it'd be the 4th largest epidemic in the world. Everywhere around the country, you guys. Everywhere around the country. And the doctors have all been saying pretty much the same things, because unless you're a quack, you know all this. You know all this. Okay? And let me remind people, they're making a mistake, but okay, to a large extent, I really do blame the misinformation put out by the professionals. And some of it is not so much misinformation, but the manner in which they talk. You know, if a doctor walks in and says, well, you know, you have a cancer, and, you know, we can get started working on it. Okay, so don't, you know, meanwhile, think about it. Okay, we'll get back to that. See, now how stupid is that? See, the degree of concern, the doctors should be showing the degree of concern commiserate with the problem. This is why I never, for 30 years, wanted other doctors to do my patient education. I always, with as compulsive as I am, I asked you, did you have questions 3 times, because I counted them. Okay, and I hated the way other doctors explain things, because they're trying to be all academic, and it's a bunch of bullshit. If you ever want to hear a professional talk for 15 minutes and not understand a goddamn thing he said, talk to a doctor. Talk to a doctor. Okay, this is what I can't stand about a lot of it. So I watched some of the pros today, and they're all sorry, shitty, worthless, and even though you can see, even though they're wonderful scientists, they're horrible explaining shit to patients. Okay, you can tell they're horrible. Okay, so that's why we're part of the issues where we are today. People are actually getting misinformation. The leadership coming from the top down is saying it's okay. How can it be wrong to be out when the beaches are opening? How can it be wrong to be out when the restaurants are opening? How can it be wrong to be out when Disney World is opening? Isn't that telling, Vic? Isn't that the message that it's okay? When you say, hey, we're opening Disney World, isn't that saying it's okay?
Yes. But there's some deeper considerations there where people are going to have to risk their survival from being put out of their homes since they're past this period of time, for example, with the tenant renters situation where they're going to evict people if they don't have income. I know it's best, but I know that this is a troublesome part for me. I know when it comes to, there are people right now going, I'm 2 weeks away, and they're telling me, I don't care. That little coverage done by the federal government, that little freeze, you got to go. It's going to be deep.
It's going to be deep as the money runs out. The inner city's turning into war zones as people struggle to survive. Okay? Evictions, you're going to have people living on more people on the street than ever. Places like Los Angeles. These are my concerns, what Victor is talking about. These are the things that are coming. And remember, okay, we said, well, what will we do? Let me tell you what we will do, because I thought about this, and I always try to give you the personal insight that is what I know. Those healthcare workers are going to be busting their ass, asking themselves, why the hell am I doing this for these idiot people? You can try not to think that. But when you're in there working your butt off all day, long ass shifts, and then you get threatened because you wear a mask, you're going to really start to question, why the hell am I taking care of these people? Why the hell? And this is different because they have to worry about taking it home. I can tell you as a doctor, in the past, I was always able to put aside the obvious racism in some of my parents because I could step to a higher plane spiritually and take care of that child. I could do that. It was very easy in pediatrics to deal with asshole, racist parents by thinking only of God and knowing what your job was. That's what you would do it. Now, these healthcare workers are going to be putting themselves into that same situation every day when they wear that mask for 12 straight hours. See, when you talk about wearing it to the store, let me make this really clear to you. You talk about the inconvenience of wearing it to the store and back, and they're going to wear that mask for 12 straight hours. They're going to begin to question whether or not they should be sacrificing themselves for these idiot people. But most of them will. But you're going to reach a breaking point. You're going to reach a breaking point. You may be headed there now, Vic.
Let me say this. I use this scenario. There's two people standing in front of a building, and you're terribly ill. You don't know what it is. And then you have the choice. One person's a doctor, the other is a politician, and you're in pain. Who do you go to? Even if you don't know if the building's a hospital, do you go to the politician or do you go to the medical? And I said, if you had to sit there and say this, Mar, you know this, the people who are the dum-dums are, and no disrespect to them, everybody has their independent thought, they're the ones saying, I haven't reached that point where I have used that scenario. As far as I'm concerned, this is all political and it's conspiracy. So who do you pick when you walk up?
Well, see, what you're saying is that no one's died close to them yet.
Yes, right. That's exactly.
That's what he's saying. So when someone dies close to you, your attitude will change.
Wake up. You know, pain, Mario. Pain is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you will change overnight.
Pain.
Let me tell you part of the problem. Why it's not going to end.
Oh, sorry about that, man.
That's all right. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
We call it the Great Experiment. See, the Great Experiment is because all the physicians, and I can't remember who coined it, but they called it the Great Experiment because no one could imagine the United States of America doing absolutely nothing in the face of a crisis like this. So it's the Great Experiment to see what happens. You don't do anything to stop it, so it goes on and on. Let me break that down to you again. You have no vaccine. You have no good treatments. All the treatments are barely helping. They're giving some hope for the worst patients, but you don't have any treatments. So that means when you come in, dying from this, we basically have magic beads and prayer. Okay? If you can't breathe, we'll give you oxygen and put you on a machine. If you can't drink, we'll put an IV in you. But we can't make that virus go anywhere. We're trying to give drugs to just slow it up.
Yeah.
By it's kicking your ass. That's the reality. Okay? While it's kicking your ass. I've taken care of some of the worst viral infections ever seen in children. Okay? When you can do absolutely nothing to stop that virus. And I can tell you what that feels like. It's horrible. So, we got to be careful. The bad leadership is out there. Okay? And you just have to know that this is a worldwide crisis. Okay? All right. So it's going to continue. We'll be reporting on COVID-19 every week. I did that. There was one thing. Okay. Sorry, Vic. One of the things they were trying to explain, Fauci and some of the other guys on there from this, is that they do a lot of mathematical equations to predict the spread of any virus, any outbreak, risk, and all those kinds of things. And what Fauci was saying, to get ahead of the virus, like ahead of it, actually pushing it down,
Yeah, I know.
you needed to have a vaccine that was 70% effective,
Minimum.
and then have 70% of the population get that vaccine. If you have a vaccine that's 50% effective,
Nope.
you might have to get 80%
Right.
of the people to get that vaccine.
Right.
45% of the people out there right now say they're not taking the vaccine no matter what. Let me repeat that. 45% of Americans out there say they're not taking the vaccine no matter what. If that actually turns out to be true, which it won't, but if that were to turn out to be true, that means you would never get ahead of the virus. Right now, I want you to understand, in the medical community, they're betting on whether it's 70 to 90% of the U.S. population that gets this. The conservative estimates were 50% way back. So that's what they're talking about in the medical profession. Okay, 70 to 90% of you guys getting it because you're not even trying not to. When you have no vaccine, when you have no treatment, the one thing you could do is try to stop the spread by keeping people separated. By the way, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the cowards that they are, where are they on kids going back to school? Oh, they support the best research. Oh, whatever, you cowards. You've always been cowards. You're cowards still. You won't protect our children. There's no way they should go to school. They're a threat to the teachers. They're a threat to the community. Why make children the vector for the whole society? You want children now be the thing that's spreading COVID everywhere. The children. Assholes.
You know, there's a psychosis. It's called herd immunity. It's working over on the other side.
Let's get that herd. So when your people start dying,
right,
then we'll see how you feel.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
Part one. We'll go on, Vic.
No, listen. I always say the easiest conversation, and I saw something the other day where the doctors were reporting how the children are handling the pandemic as it relates to wearing masks and how they adapt to it. So easy. So, I mean, they said there's not this complication of politics involved. It's just straight to adaptation. And you wonder where the adults are.
Well,
learning.
how about this? I can tell you how children handle death.
You're right.
How's that?
Right.
You want to know that?
Yeah.
I can tell you how they handle death.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the real question. That's what you're comparing it to.
Mm-hmm.
See, I tell you what, historically, in every crisis the world has ever had, women and children suffered. The children die. When you wage war, the children die.
Absolutely.
Okay? Mostly they shit themselves to death. That is the number one cause of death of children worldwide today. It's still diarrhea.
Yep.
So if you care so much about children, okay, then do something about that. But don't give me that side talk, because you're letting children die all the time. Children die every day. Okay? 'Cause I was one of the people trying to prevent that. So I can tell you. So what'll happen, you're going to send them back to school and a bunch of them going to die. A bunch of them got asthma, some hidden congenital heart problems, lung disease, something, and they're going to end up on a vent too. The only thing good they got going for them is they got that good healthy tissue. And usually one disease. See, usually the kids have one disease, whereas you adults have 3 and 4 diseases and whatever brought you in. See, kids have one. So let's wish the best for them. Topic number 2, Vic. Black Lives Matter. Want to give you a different perspective today on Black Lives Matter. No need to re-report everything that's been going on, but I wanted to tell you a little story. I was sitting there in the front house working on some stuff, and my buddy Victor Allen walked in. He goes, you know, this is a great time to be a black man. And he said, this is the best time I've had it in my life as a black man. And I looked at him and I said, you know, you're right. I got it too. This is absolutely the best time we've had it as black men. Now, Mac, think about it. The last time we went through the civil rights thing, and I was a kid, America didn't believe. The studies say that at the height of the civil rights movement, 85% of the white folks didn't believe black folks had a problem. And I told you that when I was growing up at the age of 13, 85 to 90% of America was Trump. That was the way the average American thought. The way Donald Trump thinks and talks right now today, that was 85, 90% of America when I was 13. Okay? So back then, black lives didn't matter. Okay? And so now I was reflecting on that with Vic, and I said, maybe that's why I don't feel depressed by the struggle. Maybe the reason why I'm not hurt by the struggle in the same way is because I see the progress coming. Last time America didn't care. We had to show them. We had to say to America, let's beat our asses and make you watch. We're going to let you be horrified. Okay? This time the whole world is protesting. Finland, Germany, Japan, everywhere around the world is recognizing racial injustice. That's a change, ladies and gentlemen, for the entire world. The entire world. This is a great time to be a black man because it's a time of growth and change. And to have that growth and change to be fueled by the struggle of black folks in this country for freedom is a wonderful thing. The folks who died will be remembered for starting a movement that changed the world. And all I can say is thank you, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Applause to the grassroots movement, you know. Well, I can't say too much because I know you have to transfer over to Captain Dada. Oh, my God.
No, Captain Dada, I'm still trying, and my shit don't work over here.
Well, what you don't?
Okay. All right.
You know what?
Man, it's not working, so y'all leave me alone. Part 3 of today's news, the Trump update.
Oh.
So you see the man's going up in flames. See, he could go down. The fear right now is that it looks so bad. All Biden has to do is not mess up. You know, ladies, doesn't this kind of remind you when you like that dude and you just hoping he don't say the wrong thing? Just don't blow it. You could just get laid if you just keep your mouth shut. Or just when you do speak, measure it. So that's what we want from Joe Biden. We want him to measure it, get a strong candidate. Recognize that whatever woman he selects has a very strong chance of being the first woman president of the United States. Think about that. Whatever female vice president candidate that Joe Biden selects has a great chance of being the first female president of the United States. So keep that in mind. Is that going to be Susan Rice? Who's that going to be? Mm-hmm. Because Trump is looking like he's headed toward a landslide loss. You're starting to see the early defections because the numbers are looking really bad in places that were considered strongholds. So no need to re-report that. But let's talk about what the president continues to do, because I went and reviewed my broadcast from 5/22/17 where I made my Trump predictions, and even though my timeline was off, I still say that the things I predicted are coming true. I just underestimated the degree of cowardice out there. I underestimated the willingness of the Republican Party and many people to simply cave, bend over, and spread their cheeks. I simply had no idea that the level of incompetence displayed by the Senate would rise to this occasion, to be openly punked and look like idiots in public. Mitch McConnell. I had no idea, but now I have an idea. People thought William Barr was a person of credibility. Wrong. We took your word for it. Wrong. So now we have Trump. And the latest is his pardoning blatantly of Roger Stone. Like I said, people say hoax. What administration has this many people in jail? It's amazing, the ability of Trump supporters to have tunnel vision and ignore everything. Everything. So Roger Stone gets his sentence commutated. What's the difference? Why not a pardon? Why commutation? Why not a pardon? I'm going to tell you why. Once you're giving a full pardon for any crime, you no longer can take the fifth. You could be required to testify. And because you've already been excused from any repercussions, you can no longer take the fifth. By commutating his sentence, Trump left Roger Stone the ability that when he gets called up in other investigations, he can take the fifth. If Trump had pardoned him, he could have sang like a bird on Trump. Let me say that again. If Trump had pardoned him, that meant Roger Stone could be pulled into other investigations and he could sing like a bird with impunity. Couldn't even take the fifth because he has impunity. Now with a commutation, if he's called into other situations, he can't do it. He has to take the fifth.
I'm not giving him any ear. I don't even know why it's important. I'd rather talk about Black Lives Matter sprawled in front of Donald Trump's office and watch them sit back and get leg cramps as they walk into the building.
Yeah.
Okay. I really don't. See, the only part that gets me is that, first of all, the general public really doesn't pay attention to presidential pardons and stuff like that. Historically, they don't care. And if you go back and look at how many have done it on both sides of the fence, then you have to start going back to go like, well, there are no holier than thou moments here. It's always been for, you have my back. This one is just highlighted more because Captain Dada and his cronies, so it's the highlight. I'm not giving it in the air. I'm gonna stay over here.
I think the issue is that people who remain miseducated, undereducated about the degree of criminality in the Trump campaign, that's the problem.
Oh yeah, it's over.
And see, the problem always has been when trying to mobilize grassroots people, you guys, the problem always has been to get them out into care. People who are downtrodden tend to accept it. To quote your Declaration of Independence, mankind is more disposed to suffer while the evils are sufferable.
Absolutely.
That means as long as they can tolerate it, they'll just keep their mouths shut. So part of mobilizing any grassroots effort is trying to get grassroots, poor folks, struggling folks to recognize how they're being screwed. I've been trying to, in talking about healthcare and saying healthcare should be a right, I've been saying that since I was in medical school. When I say that, what I mostly got back? I'll say healthcare is a right. You would get, nah, I don't know. And I don't think so. You should have healthcare. No, who's going to pay for that? Yeah. So poor people themselves didn't even believe they should have the benefit. Okay? They didn't believe it. They didn't believe they deserved it, I guess. Okay, maybe now they believe that, but they had to be convinced. Oh, you would just like you had to convince poor people about it, like unemployment insurance and things like we shouldn't do that.
Right.
You know, because basically poor people believe whatever you can get them. You know, they'll believe whatever you want. Okay, just spend the right money. Okay, that's the way that works. All right. So Roger Stone does get out. The conspiracy goes on. Well, not the conspiracy. It's obvious. The president's punishing those who don't go along with the campaign, and and other ones that he does. He makes sure, like his Cohen stays in jail, but Roger Stone doesn't.
Well, Mr. Cohen decided to go back to jail on his own. Okay.
Rather than sign that agreement. Now.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going.
You got to make sure you throw in those variables.
Well,
right.
yeah.
It's either sign agreement that may
Right.
affect you the rest of your life.
And he has, before he even got there, he was affected by the rest of his life when he was with Captain Dada.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's what I said, but they want you to feel sorry for
No.
Roger Stone.
No.
So again, to me, the point is, if the public's unaware of criminal things, once again, you were in that zone. I understand that mostly they don't care, but I can't concern myself with what they don't care about. I have to go about informing them, maybe against their own will.
Just know that every Republican, not by my words, they are all being told with Chat Underground, we will remember all of you.
Oh,
That's not from me.
Coming up, Marijuana for Dummies, but we take our musical break right about this time. I'm actually searching for a song right now to play for you from the very first Hemsley Foster Project CD. The song's entitled "Maybe Today." I love this song. It is the favorite of my songs that I ever wrote. As they say, I bled into this one. We'll be back after this with Marijuana for Dummies.
Maybe today
Maybe today will be the day when I can learn to break away. Where there's a will, there is a way to make it through. Maybe today.
Sight Sound of Body Beats. One of the earliest songs that I wrote. Recorded and mixed right here. Pax Stereo TV. We did 9 CDs out of this converted garage. Maybe today. Maybe today will be the day. Maybe today. Maybe today I'll break away. Maybe today. Like a caged bird, unlocked, afraid to fly. That song right now is trending on Reverb Nation. They just sent me a notice, Vic.
Oh,
Song,
cool, man.
once again, it continues to trend regularly. It's not a new song.
No. Timeless, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
That's right, stay for the reefer. Welcome to Marijuana for Dummies. You know, it's a wonderful time in California right now because services are expanding, and I like to think this is what the rest of the country will be experiencing because there is the continuing wave, the push to legalize marijuana. It's interesting what things are considered mandatory or exceptions, and bars, which were shut down, but booze is considered necessary. Booze. And so is weed. And so it's definitely necessary for me. I recently used a second service, which was actually sort of advertising that they would deliver to Inglewood. Okay, and I bought from them, and it was wonderful. I posted that too. And also continuing to use the original services. So here in Los Angeles, they will get you weed often within 2 hours. Often within 2 hours, you can have weed delivered to your house. Now, I will stress again, and I continue to maintain my medical marijuana card. I tell you to do that because when you have a medical marijuana card, you have certain protections as a patient. And that would be worth that $25 to $40 a year to have those legal protections, okay? Not just to be a recreational user, which has no protection. So remember that. I'm one of the people who keeps telling you, maintain your medical marijuana card, okay? All right? Now, other things. In this lockdown situation, some of you are experimenting now with weed. You haven't smoked weed since you were in high school. Depending on your age, that could be a long time ago. Be smart. The ERs are full of COVID patients. We don't need you coming in with your marijuana, quote unquote, overdose. Because people don't really die from that. They just feel like shit. They end up parking you in a quarter next to the COVID patient.
Terrible, bro. That's terrible.
I'm just saying. So, watch out for the gummies. I don't think gummies, edibles are right for most people in the beginning because it has a totally unpredictable onset of action, which I do not like. I need for my drugs to be predictable. If I take some now, how long before that's why you like IV drugs, because you push it and it's effect right then. This idea that it can come in, you give a drug and you don't know when the hell it's going to take effect, that's crazy. So I suggest most people who come in new, just smoke some weed. Or if you can't roll, buy a couple of pre-rolled joints and just start with that. Buy a couple of pre-rolls and don't bet anything strong. You might as well get the weakest weed they got because it's going to still whip your butt because it's 10 times stronger than what you used to. Maybe 20 times. So if you're a new weed smoker, go into the dispensary, get the weakest weed they have, okay? Maybe a pre-rolled joint and try that. Take a few puffs, relax. Take a few puffs, relax. That is the way to kind of restart your smoking experience. But I don't suggest you do edibles at all in the beginning. And again, for a lot of people, I found them so unpredictable, it made it dangerous for me. So I didn't like that.
Wow. Hey, I guess you've gotten the evolution just, in a short period of time. But man, that's, to me, when you say the words you're saying to me, people need to listen. How many times you have to say it,
Well, like I said, the good news, this is what I'm smoking right now. Kama Tree Calamansi. Never had heard of it. Kama Tree Calamansi, but when I bought it because the THC percentage was 29%. That's sky high. Usually, you got some 18, 19%. In the low 20s, you're happy. This is 29%. And this is supposed to be a sativa. So this is a high THC content sativa. Kama Tree. It was on sale for $35 an eighth. They had this at my house in 2 hours. I love this weed. Kama Tree, Kamatree, eco-friendly, Calamansi, Calimansi, 29.2% THC. Wow, less than 1% CBD. Some good sativa. I've been smoking it all morning. Do I seem impaired? Well, maybe, but I'm fucking always impaired. Shit. I'm impaired with my regular life shit.
Well, wait a minute.
Weed don't make me more impaired.
What? I think you should do this.
What?
Because I'm going to be doing this. We're actually going to have the surveys of the questions we are always doing that's rhetorical. And we're going to find out how the people really feel about us. See, I'm already going to be doing that. I'm always sit there. When I ask a question, I want people to be honest.
We want some response from you people.
No, I want honesty. Because when you say, am I impaired? You do not have to smoke marijuana to be impaired.
That's right. You can just be sleepy. Shit. You can be my age, you can just be sleepy and you're impaired. Have you seen the studies on being tired in driving accidents?
Yes, you know.
People, I'm telling you, being tired is like having a drug alcohol level that's over.
Right.
Just being tired. So that shows you're too tired. Hey, Vic, I just noticed some of our longtime folks in the chat rooms. Got to give a shout out to Brick, Chester Jackson.
Yeah.
It's our brother from another. You go way back with us, Brick. God bless you, brother.
Right.
All right.
Hey, look, it's all good.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer.
Marijuana for dummies.
Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Morning Coffee summer premiere season. It's been a blast. We're going to be here next Monday, and we got more stuff coming up during the week. Make sure you look. Go to the website. Sign up. Be part of the party.
First off, I'm not your regular dude. I bust moves like a young MC. Yeah, sorta, that would be me. Got me thinking about putting down the mic one day. Then I get some more love. Thanks for the love you gotta play. Hey, what can I say? I'm a Leo to the finish, man. I love God, so my faith won't diminish, man. Once I step up to the mic, I speak truth. Hip-hop wasn't designed to expose the black youth, but somewhere along the lines, we dropped the ball, yeah. I mean, that man in the mirror, yeah, that ball dude. But now I'm back to right the wrongs of my past world. So let me walk this off my list like my name's Earl. Articulate my thoughts clearly like Professor Les. Do you remember Rap City with Deja and Les? I'm looking at the front door, bless the main source. You're full yet, wait till I hit you with the main course. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. Listen to Tribe or shit alone. You like my raps, but really I write songs. I like to do it like this once in a while to show some versatility and make you all smile. It's been a long time coming, I know, I feel it too. The more I take a break, it's like the more I break through. With my timeless space boy funk, I'm on point. You bless this microphone every time I anoint the pen, the pad. I face the bad head on. Escape inside the music, see my diary's a song. It's on till I write my next verse, then I go again into the studio. I feel I gotta flow again. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. They say they get me, I don't think they ever got me. My name's Kowalski, but they call me Kawasaki. My line of funds, but in real life I'm more like Chachi or Cola. I told you, I'm funky like granola. Bars, can't you see that I'm a star? Who pumps his own gas in the cold really fast? I pass on your gold digging stash. I'd rather make my own money, not advance me loan money. Nope. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. So there you have it. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA.
Alexa. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now.
All right,
Please
guys,
try a little
cool.
later.
We'll see ya.
It's been a blast. Thank you. Next time I won't drink so much water on the show. God bless. Peace.